Hey, hi everyone, how are you? In this video, we are going to solve the lead code problem of the day, and the problem is rabbits in forest. So this question is about these rabbits, and the question category is of medium level. But I would say once you understand the problem and you understand the trick behind the problem, you will actually find this question very easy to solve. In this problem, we are given an input, which is an array of numbers, and the output we need to give is the minimum number of rabbits in the forest. So let us first understand the scenario what we have, and then we will come back to what is the input and what is the output all about. So the scenario in this problem is that there is a forest, and this forest has unknown number of rabbits. And this is very important to understand that when we say we have unknown number of rabbits, it means that this number can be anything, 1 2 10 100,000 10,000, we don't know. So there are some unknown number of rabbits, right? Out of these unknown numbers, we chose n number of rabbits, and those n number of rabbits were asked the same question, that how many other rabbits have the same color as you. This other word is very important. How many other rabbits have the same color as you? Now, in the original question, this other word is not mentioned, but I would say they should have mentioned it. They only wrote that the question the rabbits were asked is how many rabbits have the same color as you. But I would say it should be how many other rabbits apart from you, how many rabbits are there who have the same color as you. For example, if there is a rabbit, rabbit number 1, who is of green color, and when this rabbit was asked the question that how many other rabbits have the same color as you, this guy told that 5. It means apart from this rabbit, there are 5 more rabbits which are of green color. So now you tell me, how many rabbits do you think, how many minimum number of rabbits do you think are there in the forest? Well, you can't say there are 2 rabbits, there are 3 rabbits. No, that's not the minimum. The minimum we know, see, the all number of rabbits, it's unknown, but the minimum number we know is 6. Why? Because we saw this one rabbit, and this rabbit told that there are 5 more rabbits who have the same color as me. So there are 1 plus 5, total 6 number of rabbits who have the color green. So from here, I can say that there are at least 6 number of rabbits in the forest. So again, coming back to the scenario, that the scenario is there is a forest with unknown number of rabbits. We chose n rabbits out of those unknown numbers, and we asked all of them the same question, that how many other rabbits have the same color as you. Based on this, we created an input of array of numbers. These numbers are denoting the answers given by those n rabbits. For example, example number 1 is an array of 3 numbers 1 1 2. This particular input means we have asked 3 rabbits, here n is equal to 3. We have asked 1 2 and 3, total 3 number of rabbits, that how many other rabbits have the same color as you. The answer which we have got is 1 1 and 2. Now based on these answers, tell me what's the minimum number of rabbits which are there in the forest. So I would say the answer is 5, but it's more important to understand how the answer is 5. So what we can do is we can actually analyze the answer of each rabbit one by one. So let us talk about rabbit number 1. This rabbit number 1 told that according to me there are exactly 1 more rabbit who has the same color as me. So let us say the color is green. And one more thing guys, we trust these rabbits. So whatever they are telling is the truth. Okay. So let us say the color of this rabbit number 1 is green. See, we don't know the color, but we are just assigning one color to it. So let us say this first one is of green color. Okay. Now again, coming back to the answer which we have got from this rabbit number 1, that there is 1 more rabbit who has the same color as me. So we have one rabbit, this rabbit number 1, to whom we have asked the question, and the answer is 1. It means there is another rabbit who has the same color, that is color number green or color green. So till this point, how many rabbits are there, or how many minimum number of rabbits do you know are there in the forest? It's 2. The first is the original rabbit, we have asked the question, and the second is that rabbit about whom this first rabbit is telling me that there is another rabbit who has the same color, right? So rabbit number 1, and there is a rabbit number 2 who has the same color, color green. Now let us proceed further and let us talk about the answer given by rabbit number 2. Now when we are trying to process the rabbit number 2, the rabbit number 2 said that there is 1 more rabbit like me, or you can say 1 more rabbit which has the color green. Now this rabbit number 2 is actually talking about the first rabbit, this rabbit to whom we asked the question before this. Now how can I say this? That's very important to understand. At this point, I know about 1 more rabbit who has the color green. I don't know the color of this. I don't know if I can assign this second rabbit the color green, or should I assign this rabbit some other color. We don't know. Let us try both the scenarios. I am telling you that this second rabbit will be of green color. So let us say that, okay, it is not of green color. Let us say this second rabbit is of blue color. Okay. So we have one rabbit who has a color blue, right? The rabbit number 2. And this rabbit told that I have 1 more rabbit, or I saw 1 more rabbit who is of color blue. So we have got 1, 2, 3 and 4. 4 rabbits when we have processed this information, assuming that the first is green, the second is blue. Okay, it is possible. It is totally possible. But the problem is we need to tell the minimum number of rabbits. We need to minimize the number of rabbits. So if I assign a color blue to the second rabbit, I am getting an output of 4 at this point. But if I assign the color green to this rabbit, the rabbit number 2, it does a very magical thing here. The rabbit number 2, let's say this is of green color, okay? So we have a green rabbit, the rabbit number 2, and this rabbit, the rabbit number 2 said that there is one more rabbit like me. So we have one more green rabbit, right? Now here I can say that this is the second rabbit and this is actually the first rabbit I'm talking about, okay? So this rabbit is talking about the second one and this rabbit is talking about the first one. So at this point of time, when I have processed this information, I still have just 1 and 2 rabbits because I don't need to add any number of rabbits after processing this information because I have already added it in my answer when I was processing the first one. Rabbit 1, rabbit 2, done, right? After processing this, we have 2 rabbits. If I assign some other color to this, it's 4 rabbits. So I need to minimize the answer, right? So I would say this is green and this is green. I don't know about the third as of now. So let us try to process the third rabbit. This third one is telling that I have seen or I know that there is 2 more rabbits who have the same color as me. Now again I will ask the same question to you, that should we assign this rabbit the color which we already know, that is green, or some other color, that is blue, or maybe red. Any color you can assign, okay? You just need to minimize the number of rabbits. So I would say the color should be red, but let us say the rabbit number 3 is of green color. So there is a rabbit number 3 and this is of green color, and this rabbit number 3 is telling me that there are 2 more rabbits which have the same color as me. Now you might think that this green color assignment is better and correct as compared to what I am assigning this, that is the color red. Okay, let us try to see. If this is green, the rabbit number 3 is of green color, and this rabbit number 3 is telling me that there are 2 more rabbits which are of green color. Then who are those rabbits? The rabbit number 1 and rabbit number 2, right? Okay, correct. I would say, okay, rabbit number 3 is of green color. But then the problem is, the rabbit number 1 told that apart from me, there is just one more rabbit which is of green color. So it can either be this one or this one, but not both. So both cannot be of green color, right? And after processing this, we have already assigned the color green to these rabbits. So I can't assign the color green to the rabbit number 3 because if I assign this guy the color number green, and this is green and this is green, then the answers given by rabbit number 1 and rabbit number 2 will be false because they are claiming that there is just one more rabbit of green color. The third one is claiming that there is 2 rabbits of green color. So it's not possible, right? So at this point of time, I would say, let us say that this is of some different color. So rabbit number 3 is of color red. Let us say color number red or color red. According to rabbit number 3, there are 2 more rabbits which are of red color. So color red and color red, right? So we have third rabbit to whom we were asking the question, and 2 more rabbit number 4 and rabbit number 5, which are of red color. Well, they might be roaming around in the jungle or in the forest. We don't know. We have not met them, but we believe the rabbit number 3 that if you are of red color and you are telling me that there are 2 more rabbits which are of red color, then after processing this information, I would say there are total 5 rabbits in the forest. 2 green rabbits and there are 3 red rabbits, right? So 3 plus 2 is 5. And that is the output in this scenario. Now let us see few more examples to understand the problem in depth, and then we will see the solution. The solution is going to be really simple. Example number 2. There are 3 rabbits and all these 3 rabbits are telling me that there are 10 rabbits who have the same color as me. All these 3 rabbits are saying the same thing. Now let us try to do the same thing, process the information one by one. The first rabbit is telling me that there are 10 rabbits which are of some color. So I would say, let us say the first one is of orange color. So there are 10 more rabbits which are of orange color, right? So after processing this information, I know that there is at least 11 rabbits in the forest. Out of those 11 rabbits, the first one is the one to whom we were asking the question, and the other 10 are those which are told by or which are claimed by the rabbit number 1. So we have total 11 rabbits. When we were asking the same question to rabbit number 2, he told that apart from me, there are 10 more rabbits which are of same color. Now my question to you is, can I assign this rabbit the same color or any color which we have already seen in the past, or should I assign him a new color? Assigning a new color is going to increase the number of rabbits, and we need to minimize the number of rabbits in the forest, right? So let us see if we can assign this rabbit the color orange, and I would say we can. And that's because the first one is claiming that I am the number 1 and apart from me there are total 10 rabbits. The second is claiming that I am number 2 and apart from me there are 10 rabbits of orange color, right? Now what can happen is, this is the rabbit number 1 and the rabbit number 2 is in this 10 list. And this is the rabbit number 2 and this rabbit number 1 can be in this 10 list. That is, these rabbits are talking about 10 rabbits, and out of these 10 rabbits, they are including each other as well. And the same goes for the third one. For the rabbit number 3, he is also telling that I saw 10 more rabbits like me. Okay, if you did, then I would say that you are also of orange color because you are the rabbit number 3. You saw 10 rabbits, and these 10 rabbits does include the rabbit number 1 and rabbit number 2. So if I am telling that all of these are of same color, then I am not denying the answer of any one of them. The answers for all of these rabbits are satisfied if I am assigning them the same color. And by assigning all of them the same color, I have reduced the number of or minimized the number of rabbits which we have in the forest. And that is 11. The 10 rabbits which they saw and the one they are originally. So at this point of time, the answer was 11. At this point of time, since we have already included the answer 11, and those 11 rabbits does include the rabbit number 2 and rabbit number 3, we don't need to increase that count. So we have total 11 rabbits. Now example number 3 is going to be really interesting. We have total 5 rabbits to whom we have asked the question. Rabbit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The rabbit 1 told that apart from me, there is one more rabbit which is of same color as me. So I would say you are the first rabbit and let me assign you a color green. And apart from you, there is one more rabbit, right? So at this point of time, my output is going to be 2, right? I know about 2 rabbits which are of green color. The rabbit number 2 told that there are 0 rabbits like me, or there are 0 rabbits which have the same color as me. So at this point of time, I cannot say that this is green, because if this is green, there is already another green rabbit. But according to the rabbit number 2, there are no rabbits which are of the color which this rabbit is, right? So let us say this rabbit is of red color, and there are no more rabbits of the color red, right? So at this point of time, my answer is going to be 2 plus 1, 3, right? That's because we have 2 rabbits of green color and 1 rabbit of red color. So after processing this, the answer as of now is 3. We have minimum 3 number of rabbits. Now when we asked the same question from rabbit number 3, this rabbit number 3 told that there is one rabbit which is of same color as me. Now at this point of time, I have seen 2 rabbits, one of green color and one of red color. Out of this, I cannot say that this rabbit number 3 can be red, because red colored rabbit are just 1. That's claimed by the rabbit number 2, right? According to rabbit number 2, there are no rabbits which are of red color other than him. So this rabbit cannot be red, right? But can this rabbit be green? Yes, it can. Because if we assign the green color to rabbit number 3, we can say that rabbit number 1 is talking about rabbit number 3, rabbit number 3 is talking about rabbit number 1, right? So at this point of time, my answer is going to be same, 3. We don't need to add any more rabbits in our list or in our result. We have 2 rabbits of green color and 1 rabbit of red color. Now let us start processing the rabbit number 4. We have seen 2 colors before this rabbit number 4, green and red, right? Now the rabbit number 4 is telling me that I have seen one rabbit, or I know there is one rabbit which is of same color as me. Well, the rabbit number 4 cannot be red, right? And it cannot be green, because if we are saying that this rabbit number 4 is also green, then there are total 1, 2 and 3 rabbits which are of green color. But according to these rabbits, there is just one more rabbit of the color which they are, right? So this cannot be green, because we have seen all the green rabbits. So this can be of some other color, right? So this can be of blue color. Let us say this is of blue color. So at this point of time, my answer is going to be 3 plus 2. Now this 3 is coming from the previous answer, and this 2 is coming from this particular rabbit's answer. That's because we have seen one rabbit, this is of blue color, and this rabbit, the rabbit number 4, had seen another rabbit or knows about another rabbit which is of blue color, right? So we have seen 1, 2, 3 rabbits plus 4 and 5, total 5 rabbits. That's 3 plus 2. Okay. Now talking about rabbit number 5. This rabbit number 5 told that I have seen 0 rabbits which are of same color as me. As of now, after processing these rabbits data, I have seen green, red and blue rabbits. Can I assign this rabbit color green? No, right? We cannot. We cannot even assign the color red. And that's because if this is of red color, then this rabbit is not telling the truth, and that's not the condition here. The rabbits are telling the truth. So this cannot be red as well, and this cannot be blue as well, right? And that's because if this is blue, then there is at least one more, or exactly one more rabbit which is of blue color. But according to the rabbit number 5, there is no more rabbits of the same color as this rabbit. So this will need another color assignment, or let us say this rabbit is of black color. And our final answer is going to be 5 plus 1. This 5 is coming from the previous rabbit's answer, and this 1 is actually coming from this rabbit. So we have total 6 as an output. That is, after processing this information, I know that there are at least 6 rabbits which are there in the forest. Now let us try to understand how can we solve this particular problem programmatically using this example. We are going to process our answers one by one. So let us try to process the first one. That is, if we are asking the first rabbit that how many other rabbits have the same color as you, this guy told that 2. There are 2 more rabbits apart from me which have the same color as me. So I would say at this point of time, the answer is 3. That's because there is one rabbit to whom we are asking the question, and there are 2 more rabbits. Those 2 rabbits, this particular rabbit number 1 is talking about. So 2 plus 1 is going to be 3, right? At this point of time, what I would do is I would create a mapping, and I would say 2 and the mapping is 2. And I would tell you how this is going to help us. Let us try to process this information. If you see a rabbit who is telling that there are no other rabbit or 0 number of rabbits like me, then this is a unique rabbit. Okay? Unique rabbit means that you need to assign this rabbit some different color, some unique color, and that's because there are no other rabbits like this. So I would say if the value is 0, I would just increase my count by 1 and this is going to be 4. That is, there are 4 number of rabbits as of now. That's because 3 we already know and the fourth is the one to whom we are asking the question. Now when we are processing the answer of the third rabbit, this rabbit told that apart from me there are 2 more rabbits like me. Now try to understand this. Let us say the first rabbit is of orange color, the rabbit number 1. This rabbit told that there are 2 more rabbits of orange color, right? Rabbit number 2 and rabbit number 3. The moment I saw another rabbit talking about this, telling me that there are 2 more rabbits like me, I would say you belong to this category. So this is my rabbit number 3, right? This is going to be here. We are not going to add anything in our answer and that's because so we have already counted them as 3 rabbits, right? So at this point of time the answer is going to be 4. And this is going to reduce. I am going to tell you why this is going to reduce and what is the significance of this mapping. This rabbit is telling me that there are 2 more rabbits like me. And I would say, okay, cool, you are of orange color. And that's because if we assign this rabbit, the rabbit number 4 at this place, we are actually going to minimize the number of rabbits we have. So this is going to be rabbit number 4. And at this point of time, I would say this becomes 0. Now I am going to tell you how this is going to work. And the answer at this point will be 4 itself. Because we have already counted these rabbits here, right? So once we are processing this information, I would say that we have a rabbit and there are 2 more rabbits like this. Now this cannot be orange. And I would tell you why. We have already seen the 3 orange rabbits. So this should belong to some other category. And how can we know about it? We see it from our mapping. The mapping value is 0. And the moment it is 0, we are actually going to delete this from our mapping. So once we see that we saw another rabbit saying that there are 2 more rabbits like me, I would say I would recreate my mapping that 2, 2. So that when we see 2 more rabbits which are telling that there are 2 more rabbits like me, I would just keep decreasing it from here. So that I know that when I need to create a new category or new color for my rabbits. And that is the trick which we need to apply it in our solution, right? So let me actually take you back to the code editor and let me try to show you how can you solve this using Python. So we are going to create a result variable that is going to be 0 initially. Then we are going to create a counter. This counter is actually our mapping. Then we run a simple loop in our answers which we are getting from our rabbits. And the first condition is the current value or the current answer is 0. If it is 0, then we are sure that we just have one rabbit of this particular color. So we are going to say result plus equal to 1 and that's it. But if it is not 0, then we are going to check is this current answer belongs to our counter or not. If it is already in our counter, we are going to process it differently. But initially it will not be in our counter, right? So let us try to understand this else condition. In else what we are doing is we are updating our result and we are saying that result is equal to result plus whatever is the current count, for example 2, then we would say 2 plus 1. And that's because the one to whom we are asking the question and the 2 about whom this particular rabbit is talking about. So current plus 1. And I would say the counter for current is plus equal to current, or it can actually work with equal to as well. So we are saying that if a rabbit is telling me that there are 2 more rabbits like me, so there is a mapping that the key is 2 and the value is 2. So that next time when we see that this 2 belongs in our counter, it is already in our counter, we are just going to reduce the number by 1. And then if the current counter is equal to 0, the moment it is equal to 0, we are actually going to delete it or remove the key from our mapping. That's the complete solution for this particular problem. You can just submit the code and you will see that it is actually a very efficient code for this particular problem. You can see the runtime is pretty efficient. The memory used is pretty efficient, right? So that is the complete explanation of this particular problem, its approach, its thought process, as well as the solution as well. So if this video helps you to understand the problem and helped you to solve it, then make sure that you hit that like button. And if you have not subscribed to my channel as of now, then make sure that you subscribe to the channel as well. And I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching this video, guys.